straight from the realm of all things gaming. Everything Noob starts now.
Welcome back once again to the Everything Noob podcast, and it's about damn time. I would tell you the episode number, but I honestly don't remember because it's been so long since we've done this.
315?
Weem knows.
No, I just made that up.
Oh.
Tacked on a
You're pretty
whole
close.
extra
It's
month.
right around there.
Well, I'm Vortak, and we are joined this evening by Miss Jemmy, Mr. Dreadlow, and the disembodied voice of Mr. Weem.
That is I.
And we are going to be talking about, we're pretty much launching the podcast all over again. A whole new show. We talked about it over a month ago, how we were going to be taking a break and then coming back with a whole new format for the podcast. And we're going to go into that a little bit, talk about where we've been. Real quick, we'll explain why the break lasted a little bit longer than we promised it would. And tonight we are also going to discuss our Machinima series, First Street, and the launch of YouTube gaming and what it means to us. So, first things first, that break went a little bit longer than we had originally anticipated.
Oh yeah, way too long.
Part of that was my fault towards the
Part
beginning.
of it was my fault.
Yes. And I think Dreadlow was just kind of waiting for us.
So
Yeah,
patient.
but I wasn't sure what was going on, but I knew that because of the work we've been doing, because I know that you and I, Dan, we've been talking about First Street, so I've kind of been focused on that. And if you saw one of my tweets, I'm trying to tweet like little tidbits of stuff here and there of First Streets. I just tweeted once, but I got some other ones on my desktop I want to fool around with. So, yeah.
So,
that's about all I did.
Yeah, we'll talk about First Street in a little bit, but basically we decided right around the time we are going to relaunch the podcast that we are going to do Season 2 of First Street. And then we just got caught up like writing it on the night we were supposed to record. I got really caught up in that, lost track of time. It was really late. I was tired. And from there, I just, weeks went by. And then, Jemmy, you moved.
Yep, I moved. A lot of that time, like that, it was the actual break. I was working on trying to find a place to move and transitioning, and we moved. And also there was like a long period of over a week where I didn't even have an internet, so I couldn't even do the show had you guys actually decided to do it.
So
4G, baby.
Yeah, you could just jumped on your phone.
No.
Hotspot.
No.
Phone hot.
We live in like the Bermuda Triangle of zero signal. I go like 1 minute that way, it's 4G. 1 minute that way, it's 4G. But here, nada. It's just in and out,
crazy.
and it's garbage.
That's how my old house was in Colorado. All the towns surrounding had great 4G.
No, but I'm serious. It's like not even a mile out, and I get 4G.
Oh, I got out of my driveway and I had 4G.
Oh my god!
Like, it was so pathetic. If the house just moved a couple feet forward, it would have been fine. There was a certain corner of my room where I could accept phone calls. So I have to, like, hunch down in my room, like, hello? And they'd be like, hello?
I remember those times.
Like,
He goes and stands on the corner like, I hope someone calls me.
I had to.
If I wait
like,
long
this
enough,
call.
staring at the phone, please ring.
I had to literally put my phone by my window back when I had another carrier. I'm not going to mention them. But, yeah, I had the same problem.
Oh, that's pretty much what I have to do now. If I want to get a phone call or something, I have to stand next to the window or go out on the balcony.
Yeah.
Now things are pretty cool. And my phone won't shut up.
I'm in a good spot right now because the town I'm in is the Bermuda Triangle of self-service, like actual self-service that I get. So,
Which is hilarious because I'm not too far from you now.
yeah, you're like maybe 40 minutes away if you get stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we get stuck in traffic, sure. But it's
Yeah.
like 25, 35 minutes.
That's the one bad part about my area. It's super congested. But anyway, we're getting pretty localized now.
Okay.
The relevant part of that conversation is you may see a podcast or two where Jemmy's over here or I'm over there and we record it in the same room.
Yeah.
So that can happen now. That can be a thing.
Or we could just go hang out on the weekends and tweet pictures of how much fun we're having.
Yeah, make all the people jealous.
I know.
So that basically we're gone because of Jemmy moving and laziness on my part. I meant to do a couple more of those mini casts, which went over quite well, actually. I have to say. each of us did a mini cast. I think I did 2 because we needed
Yeah.
4. And I think they went great. What I did is I went on my YouTube channel and asked the viewers, hey, do you guys want to answer these questions? And I wrote all their answers down, and we had answers for the questions as we went into those shows. So it was cool. It was kind of like taking a big survey. And then when we asked the questions, I went to the comments of those podcasts as they were going out, and I went back and took their answers too and added them to the pile. So it worked out. We had lots to talk about community-related wise, and we don't have anything for you like that this evening because we're just kind of getting our feet wet again. But that's where we've been and why we've been gone. And the second thing we were going to discuss escapes me.
No, First Street.
What?
First Street.
I thought that was
YTG?
what we wanted to talk about.
I don't want to say it because I don't want.
Well, it's really
YouTube
like
gaming.
Second Street.
Second Street. The second season of First Street. So that is what another reason that kind of kept us away. First Street is coming back, and if you don't know what it is, please go check it out. It's on the Everything Noob YouTube channel, youtube.com/enoobcast, and we have the entire second season in production. We are in the writing phase of season 2, so you won't be seeing an episode of that coming out for some time, but we are deep into the writing of that. And
The skeleton of it is complete. Really, I mean, I don't know if you guys ended it or not.
the skeleton's not complete, and the scripts aren't complete, but I've kind of started like both. So we have like half of
an outline.
Yeah, we have half of the season outlined, and then a couple of the episodes written.
And they're awesome.
Did you still need to joke stuff on the ones that you'd already written? Because I know you said you wanted more jokes in the ones that were written the last time we talked about it.
Yeah, the first one definitely needs to be a little bit longer. The second episode, I'd be comfortable saying it's done, but we could always go back over it and look, see what we can do to it.
Yeah, that was another thing that I had mentioned, or we had mentioned, is that some of the episodes from the first season were kind of short.
Yeah.
Some of them were like 3 minutes, 2 minutes long. And so we're trying to really make an effort to make them a little bit longer each episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I would like to see them go to 5 minutes.
at least 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, for me, that's like a fair length for a machinima because it's not too difficult to produce a 5-minute piece of content like that, and it's not too difficult to watch a 5-minute piece of content like that.
Right. Everybody gets all hyped up. They go, oh, the next episode's coming out. It's only 2 minutes long. You're going, what the?
Yeah.
You want more. So yeah, we're
It's
definitely
too
going to make an
digestible.
effort to make it a little longer than the past.
Well,
So that's neat.
I thought I'd ask Weem to join us tonight because we have added him to the cast and the writing
Yeah.
staff.
I'm there. I'm contributing in big ways.
Yes,
But
big
it's
things.
still a mystery or secret as to who he is in there because we don't want to spoil anything. So
Oh,
Right.
is that what's happening?
I think.
Are we making a movie poster?
this is
It'll
going
be-
all the way to
it'll be our
Hollywood, man. What are you
faces.
talking about?
It'll be our faces on the poster and then Weem's logo, but as if it's a face. It'll be like on a body.
Yeah. There you go.
No, I don't know. Just in my head, I'm like, I kind of want to paint a movie poster for this.
You should absolutely do that.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
That's on you. You brought it up too.
That's true.
This is your new
That's-
project.
Obligated.
So now that's my project.
Now you must
That's
do
my
it.
baby. I need more details, though, in order to flesh that out.
Details.
Details.
Just go over the top. Unicorn over a jumping shark over.
Oh, jeez.
No, I don't know if we want to give away too much about what Weem's role is in the series yet.
Well, if you watch the trailer, it kind of sets it up for what's happening as far as how we're starting it out.
Yes, we did release a teaser for it, which is, I mean, if it was old First Street, we would have called that the first episode because of the length and what happened in it. But because we're doing things differently, that was just the teaser, and it was a really quick look at what's been going on. So we're building a new set, and part of the reason I was skeptical about going back to First Street was the set was probably gone. I know the server save is held by at least one or two of the admins of our server community. I don't personally have a copy of it, but even if we brought that back, it was put way far away from spawn. So in order to find it again, I think I put a command block teleport down. But if I didn't, like, we're really screwed. And even if I did, having that giant map hosted somewhere just to record a series like that seems a little bit silly. And plus, the ending we had planned out for the previous season of First Street involved essentially blowing up the town anyway.
Spoiler alert!
Well, we never shot it, and clearly something happened to the town because of the teaser, so I figured that's not too much of a spoiler. But yes, we will explain all that and more in the actual story itself. But we had big plans for season 2, and I can tell you what the original plan for season 2 was, since we're not going to do it. And Jemmy, you might remember this. Dreadlow may remember. Jemmy and I were writing it. And I'm not sure if we ever showed it to Dreadlow, because I was saying, we shouldn't get too far ahead of ourselves.
I know we showed him the outline.
Okay.
I think so, yeah. I think I know, somewhat what's going on.
Yeah. So season 2, what was going to happen was we were going to kick it off by basically blowing up the motel. Motel, hotel, apartment complex they were all staying in.
Apartment building.
Yeah. It looks like a motel. We were going to blow up essentially what is First Street, the apartment. And the entire season would have been focused on the characters waiting for it to be rebuilt. And we were going to have like these sassy construction workers building it back up who never got any work done. Everyone was going to be staying in the church that was in town, like all the characters in one room, essentially.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
And my fear with that was getting puppeteers for almost every episode so people can be crowded in there all the time. That was going to be a little bit of a disaster. But other than that, we had a lot of plans revolving around just the entire season with everything, the whole thing being rebuilt. And little by little, construction would have continued on it. So for season 2, we've gone off that idea. And essentially the town, since it's gone, is being rebuilt. But it's going to be rebuilt as the episodes go on, because there is no town. Vic is out on his own just building what he thought was a house. And like you saw in the teaser, that wasn't true. So the whole town is going to be springing up around that as the season progresses. And I think that's really exciting. And it makes it so we can kind of keep shooting, even though the set's technically not complete, quote unquote.
Right, exactly. The way we got it set up is perfect.
So
kind of allows us a little freedom there, and
I'm excited. Jemmy looks like she's pondering something.
I don't know. I'm off on that movie poster still. That's all.
As soon as she said movie poster, the wheels were turning.
I was like, I really want to paint a picture.
Do it.
I am. That's why I'm thinking about it. Because movie posters are like this great collage. So it's like, well, what do I want to really make pop? Of course we want the up in that center.
So, and that's the other thing, speaking of Vic front and center, one thing I've been telling people just in various live streams and stuff is that in season 2 we want to take some focus away from Vic, because and Weem brought this up in a conversation him and I had. Vic was basically always on camera. Like, we were always following him around. If something was going on, it had to be happening around Vic. And when he said that, I'm like, that's a good point. And I started to look at writing First Street in a different way. So as we're writing it now, we're trying to figure out what can other characters be doing at this moment. And we can take a break from following just Vic and what he's up to.
We can develop other people and kind of hopefully make you love more than just the main character.
Yeah.
But when we were talking about that too, I was mentioning that I still felt like Vic was the main character. That even if you step away and see other characters, and you're getting to know them and see what they're doing, you're still wondering, how does that affect Vic? Like, how is this going to come back? How are we going to see it play out with him? What's his reaction going to be? So it's a good way to hop away and get to introduce new characters and everything, but we're still wanting to keep going back to Vic and see what he has to say about the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's never really positive.
Well, it kind of worked, though. I mean, it kind of worked because it was a story of Vic moving into this new town and meeting all these weird people. It's kind of like a setup for what we're going to do in season 2. So it's kind of works.
That's the great thing about season 1. It's still going to hold up very well. It's not going to be one of those things where we're like, oh man, we wish we could redo season 1. I think it'll still hold up very well in terms of the story and introduction and stuff like that. We have back, I think, almost every single character, every voice actor who played a role, small or large, has said they would come back and reprise
That's
their role.
awesome.
So I have essentially full creative freedom to bring all those characters back, which I did not expect. I was fully expecting people to be busy, especially Drew. He played Eddie. We had
I
a
know.
lot more plans for Eddie in the original Season 2 ideas. And
I'm so glad we can get him again.
yeah, I started with the writing on Season 2 thinking we're not going to have Eddie. So I hadn't put him in there, and Drew said, he's like, because he's really busy right now. He's the guy who does our intro. He's been on a few podcasts, for those of you who don't know. And he told me that he would still, if I sent him the scripts, he would find time to do them. Even though he has a full-time job, and when he's home, he's just basically recording voiceover gigs. Like,
How does he still have a voice left is what I want to know. Like, what does he put in his water?
I think he just drinks honey.
Yeah. Honey and lemon.
I think that's all he is allowed to drink. So we're going to hear from Eddie as well, and that's exciting. We got the building manager back, Mr. Eightcraft. He'll be rejoining us. Lots of
And it's so cool, too, because if those that watch season 1, this season will actually have little tidbits of information to kind of put you up to speed, or to actually have a nice connection between the two. Because I know that we had other plans for season 2, but this one here is going to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
However, we're still going to seal up those loose ends from
holes.
season 1. Yeah, plot holes and things like that. So you're not going to, it's not going to be like it's a completely new show with completely new everything. You know, everybody's still wondering, well, what happened with that weird meeting at the last episode, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
I basically spent the entire first episode so far in the script writing it, all that out. And I was so focused on getting the story out that there's not a whole lot of activity going on. So that's why I need to work more on the first episode, because right now there's just so much dialogue. It's crazy.
yeah.
But
But it goes quick, though.
You
It
may
really
have
does.
to like
And you-
break it up and deliver some of that story later.
I considered that. It just, the way I wrote it, it kind of fits. But I have considered that. The other thing is just the episode length. Even though there's a lot of dialogue, like Dreadlo was just saying, it does go quick. And the episode looks like it's going to be less than half of the length of episode 2 so far.
Oh,
So that's the
so
problem
you
we're
would
running
need
into.
more content.
Yeah, I need more. So that's
Yeah.
kind of the problem we're running into at the moment, but not a big deal. Luckily, we're at a stage where we can just keep writing outlines, keep getting the whole season figured out, and so yeah, I'm pretty excited. First Street.
Have you decided on any new like production techniques you're going to use for the like video editing?
For video editing, I think I've just in the past couple of years I've learned a lot more since we did First Street. So I think I'll have a much easier time editing just because I know more about the software I'm using and things like that. But somebody gave me the idea to use the camera mod in Minecraft that is essentially you select multiple points and your camera pans between those points at a time that you set. And I used it a little bit in...
the trailer.
Did I use it in the trailer? I thought I used it in something
Yeah,
else.
because I was
but-
in it. Remember? You said,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
no,
right.
he's in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I used some of it. You can kind of see like the wide shot just panning over smoothly over everything. And the reason I needed that was because the version of Minecraft we were using, you could hit F8. And it was really nice because you can move the camera and it sweeps in like this smooth motion. They got rid of that.
Again?
Yeah, it's gone. I can't find
Oh,
And that's what
lame.
you were using in the first season?
it. Yeah.
All I know is that with the first season, a lot of that stuff was manually done. So
Yeah.
credit to Dan for that. But now with this new camera mod, it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of even shooting, and it's gonna take a lot of hard drive space to do it. But I was thinking while the set was partially being built, of shooting some of it in time lapse and doing a really slow pan from 2 points, so you can just kind of see the whole land like develop in this time lapse.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh,
There's ways to do that without taking up hard drive space, but the lazy way for me would be for me to just set a couple points, hit record, and walk away from the computer while they built.
Yeah, but that would be us building the whole set, or
No, I'm talking about like just pieces of it. Like, let's say we're between episodes and we need more for the next episode, and we get the set builders to come back and help us.
so just for like during the credits?
No, like I would just do it like as a bonus material. You know,
Oh, okay.
like while they're building those builds, I was thinking that'd be really cool to have a time lapse video of those going up, and like, okay, the set's ready for episode 4, and then episode 4 releases the following week or day or whatever.
Okay.
So those are some of the things we are thinking about doing. So there you have it, First Street.
I was talking about special effects, not just like.
Oh yeah, CGI.
Is that on the table
we're gonna
yet?
have
Or
No.
we're gonna have real live characters in the set. No, just kidding.
We're going to do some live action in there.
why even make a machinima if we're no?
Oh man.
We're going to get Weem to do a live action thing. We'll
We have
put
a
his
full
logo
orchestra
over his
for
face.
the. We have a full
Cover my
orchestra
face,
for the music.
pixelated a bit.
Weem didn't sign the release.
Ain't nobody making money from my face but me.
It's my face.
My face.
You could hire like a what are they when they do a reenactor, and then put his logo on their face.
Or we'll
Here's
put like
the
his
list.
logo with parentheses around Weem.
Yeah.
Or quotes, I mean. I want to talk about YouTube gaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of transitions.
That was a smooth one.
Thank you.
I know you just jumped cut right into it.
YouTube gaming, man. I'm pretty damn excited, and you, as everyone knows, I have nothing nice to say when YouTube decides to change things on us.
No. Yeah,
But-
it's
I do
usually
have
pretty negative.
I do have little disappointment with it.
What's wrong with it
There's
for you?
several things they need to work on, but I've been streaming on it and I like it.
Well, here's the thing. They put the button up there next to the logo, YouTube logo, so that people can go to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then not even a week later they take it off. I have no. If I didn't know it was gaming.youtube.com, I have no way to get there. There's nothing anywhere in YouTube that tells me where to go.
Maybe they
Okay, how do
decided
I
it
get
wasn't
that
ready
back?
yet.
Well, it's
possible.
definitely in beta still. Like if they think it's ready, they're sadly mistaken. It needs work.
Okay, well that's good.
But-
Maybe that could be a possibility. They wanted to see people's reactions to it, but people are still using it right now. So
You bring up a fabulous point because I find that as a YouTuber, it was really easy for me to figure out how to go live. As a viewer, though, that's a good point. I wouldn't know how to find YouTube gaming right off the bat unless I knew it was gaming.youtube.com, which is kind of a silly, extensive URL.
But it does
Right.
go live on your channel though, when you're not on the gaming side, so they can
Yeah.
still see your live stream.
But I've also found that as I've been streaming, most of my live viewers are all new people and foreign, which is kind of interesting.
I know. I noticed that there were a lot of European viewers.
Yeah, which was awesome. But
Yeah, that's
I was a little bit taken aback. My first stream, I think I peaked at like 22 people, and 90% of them all said a different country. Like, hi from this place, hi from that place. I'm like, wow, we got the whole world here. It was nuts.
well, it's funny because Hitbox. No, I'm not trying to
You're
advertise.
You're trying something.
Hitbox was generally European and countries over there, and the U.S. kind of like got into it. Twitch has always been somewhat universal. They've been all over the place, but you got kind of a variation all around. But YouTube, it's interesting how YouTube is drawing a lot of people from other countries outside of the U.S. So
Yeah,
well, why wouldn't they? It's
Yeah.
like the site for videos.
that's true.
yeah,
I found that I streamed on the night before it went live. I did not know it was going to go live the next day. I saw that they added the live streaming button to the back end of my channel, and I was
Mm-hmm.
looking at the dashboard. I'm like, this looks really good. This looks like they finally got their their crap together.
It's beautiful. I love the website. I mean, the website is just
Oh,
it's
I'm talking
gorgeous.
about the back end, but yeah, the website's a whole nother. Yeah, it looks great.
I just wish there was a way that my
unless you
subscribers
bookmarked it.
knew where to go.
Here's the
And
thing:
it-
YouTube gaming is supposed to be the big thing to compete with all the live streaming platforms like Twitch and Hitbox and so on. And they've been boasting about it a lot, but all it really is YouTube reskinned and 100% dedicated to video game content, whether it's live or videos. So even videos thrive on that platform if they're gaming. The thing is, if people can't find that, like, the whole point of YouTube gaming was to make those videos and that content easier to find. Now, like Jemmy said, yes, I go live on my channel, and I'm live somewhere on YouTube itself. You don't have to watch the stream on YouTube Gaming. You can watch it on YouTube by going to my channel itself, my regular YouTube channel. But the whole point was to get people not doing that.
Yeah,
so
how am I
easier
supposed to-
find.
how am I-
Everything's supposed to be easier.
yeah, how am I supposed to, like, if I'm searching for specific content and I want to see who's live, how am I going to find that? It's easier on the gaming.youtube.com because you just click over and you go, oh, I want to see some Hearthstone content. I click the live, the top thing bar up there that says live. I click
And
Can
then-
I
to any of those.
jump in with a thought here?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
may be wanting to have them as like two separate sites where the backends connect.
I'm
So
thinking
in
that too.
gaming, just like you're gonna go to a different web address totally, but it all is connected,
Because-
so it all goes to YouTube and everything. So like the
Well, the
Twitch
thing that-
audience would go there instead of to YouTube. So the people who just want to watch the vlogs and stuff, like you can get that without all the gaming clutter.
Yeah, but the thing is, one of the things that I've also noticed is that if you're watching a live stream with somebody on YouTube, you unless you go to their even when you click on going to their channel, it takes you to their channel in the gaming.youtube.com. There's no way to subscribe to that person. Instead, it's you add them to your favorites, or you click the little star, and it adds them to the sidebar, so that the next time they're live, it'll show up there.
Which is great.
But that doesn't count as a subscription to your YouTube channel.
I think it does.
Yeah,
Does
it
it?
does. Yes.
I'm glad you brought it up because I think
I
it
tried.
counts-
I thought well.
I think it counts as a
I
subscription because I got a bunch of new subscribers who said they were watching on YouTube Gaming, and it jumped my subscriber number up.
Did it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I did it to somebody I was watching a live stream, I clicked the ad thing, right? And I wanted to check out the videos of their channel. I went to their channel on YouTube, and I had to subscribe there. I had to click the subscribe button after I've already added them as favorites. And now
Maybe
it might have been
You
a
can
glitch
subscribe
or-
twice, essentially. You can subscribe for videos, and you can subscribe for live streams, or you
Yeah, I
can subscribe
just
for
thought-
both.
that was a completely different operation. I didn't know that they were linked.
Which is
But
a
if
lot
they're
of
linked,
number
that's great.
stuffing.
That's perfect, if it's linked. But if it's not, that's
Weem, you've been awfully quiet.
yeah.
Have you
I'm
tried
here.
it?
Yeah, I mean, I think what Dreadlow is saying is how that is operating from what I've seen. Basically, if you click the ad under the video, there's a thumbs up, thumbs down, and then an ad. When you hit add, it adds them to that right sidebar so that you can kind of follow and see when they go live, but it's not subscribing to them. So there's kind of a disconnect there, unfortunately.
When
And
I
that was
mouse
something
over
that
it,
YouTube was supposed to do. They were supposed to link the two, so it was much easier for your subscribers to view your live content and vice versa.
Yeah, it
That's
may
what I
be
thought.
coming. Yeah, it may be
It
coming.
could be.
when I mouse over it, it shows how many subscribers that channel has. If I don't click it, if I just hold my mouse there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you click it, you'll see that person's icon will be added to the right sidebar. I mean, the real notice is that if you go to YouTube Gaming in the beginning, if you recall back, the stuff doesn't automatically come in. You add them, or actually maybe it did start with a few of those. I'm trying to remember, But I tested that out, and I just now did it again. When I add, it adds them to the side, but I'm not subscribed to them. So
It's really interesting. But they see their subscriber number go up, right?
It could be that that person added you and then went to your YouTube channel and subscribed
yeah,
to you.
I
All
think
of
that's
them?
what was happening because, well, and that's the thing. You could have had a lot more watching and not commenting, or finding it after the fact or something. It's hard to know.
It's just it's it's unfortunate it works that way. It's very hard to go to their regular YouTube channel once you're in the gaming environment. It's very hard to switch over. You have to virtually look for their videos through that gaming website. It's like they're trying to separate the gamers in their own environment and let YouTube be YouTube in another way. I don't know how that's going to affect networks.
I wish they would
anything,
seamlessly
but-
like button those where you could swap in between the two, so you can
Right,
have that
yeah.
because it is a really great streaming UI for viewers.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it.
I am a little bit perplexed because, I mean, I'll tell you this. As someone who used to stream on Twitch, I spent a lot of time building a whole new audience on Twitch. So when I tried to get my audience from YouTube to come watch me on Twitch, I had a lot of trouble. When I tried to get the audience on Twitch to watch my YouTube videos, I had a lot of trouble. So I've been saying all along, I love that this is all in one place now. Now I'm seeing my subscriber number go up and up and up, but if I post just a video, I have a feeling that those people who quote-unquote subscribed to my YouTube channel aren't really going to find it. They're not going to see it in their sub boxes because I was under the impression that they were only hitting add, and it was only, going on there. Like, because I did notice that the subscription, like I hit add on one of my buddies', or I'm sorry, I subscribed to one of my friends' YouTube channels, then they went live, I had to hit add again. They should have already been there, in my opinion. So that's that's when I first learned that it wasn't the same thing, but I'm still under the impression that when they hit add, they give you a subscriber number as well.
Yeah,
It seems that way.
Yeah, just do a test. What you'll find is, for example, go to gaming.youtube.com, go to my channel, and hit that. If you go back out to my YouTube, you'll see you're still subscribed. It doesn't unsubscribe. They're disconnected, unfortunately.
Maybe,
but I mean,
all your videos are there though. That's at least the good thing. If you upload a new video, it shows up there in gaming.youtube.com. The only problem is it's completely disconnected. I know for people who, have networks, things like that.
It's such a bad thing. I mean,
true.
Only
if
because
it's somewhat
what I was trying to get at there before, only because I had a Twitch audience, and it was very clear to me how many people followed me for my live content. Now that my subscribers and my YouTube video, like my subscribers and my quote-unquote ads on YouTube, people adding me on YouTube Gaming, now that those seem to be the same number to me, I can't tell how many people came for live streams and how many people came for video content, which is, I mean, can be a pretty big difference. People who watch live streams will sit for hours on end watching a live stream. People who watch videos only watch the video however long it is. So maybe it's not so bad if they separate that number so you can see this person has X amount of people who follow them for their live streams. This person has X amount of people who subscribe to their YouTube channel. I mean, that's not... I mean, having those numbers separate for me as a YouTuber is something I kind of like to know. Overall, though, to make it easier for everyone, I would like everything to kind of be connected a little bit better. Definitely.
So you're saying analytics...
For analytics, I like it. For, being practical, not sure. I guess, here, I'll get one more bright side to that. When I go on YouTube Gaming, I'm brand new to it, so I see nobody on that right bar, on that sidebar, right? So I subscribe to Weem. I hit add, and there he is, bam. Now, if I had subscribed... Now, I'm subscribed to a whole bunch of channels, so had I gone on there and seen a dozen or so channels on that sidebar, it would have been a little bit like... These people are never going to go live. A lot of these people don't make those kind of videos. So what are they doing here? And I think that's the point. Because it's YouTube Gaming and not YouTube Gaming plus whoever else you want to watch on this particular platform, they're not going to want a Jax Films video to be showing up on YouTube Gaming because he does vlog content, not gaming content.
Yeah, when you first go there, basically
cutting out on us.
all the ones that are gaming. What's that?
Cutting out on us a bit. I think you're back though.
All right. What I was saying is that what's interesting is when you first go onto the website, when you get there, from your subscriber list, it asks you to choose all the ones that you want as part of the gaming.youtube.com.
Oh.
So you click them all, and basically it takes only the related ones into your gaming.youtube.com. I don't know what else to call it. YouTube Gaming. So that's what I did. I went through and I selected all the ones that had to do with games and left the other ones for YouTube. And so I only have the gaming ones on the YouTube Gaming.
I guess, I mean, in a way, yeah, that's how it should be. But that subscriber number thing is something they should figure out.
I mean, I can see why they would separate it too also, because some YouTubers in gaming, they have no interest in live streaming, and some live streamers have no interest in just creating static videos. And that kind of, those numbers would kind of give you an insight on where their quality content is.
Yeah, and it's all there anyway in the YouTube Gaming area. You know, you've got the videos, you've got the live, you got all that. It's all there. So every time you upload a video, it shows up there. So you're good to go. So I guess being separate isn't that big of a deal, but I just thought they were going to be together.
Yeah. I think the main issue then that the big
I guess
issue I've left for me is the URL itself.
Yeah. I guess it's like starting over in a sense, because
In a
you
sense.
got your videos on there. And if somebody was to actually only go there and because they don't care about anything else on YouTube but the gaming, they could go directly to YouTube Gaming and get all their content there. Their videos, live streams, everything right there. They don't have to ever go to YouTube again. And then if they like you, they'll add you. You know, you're always added. You'll accumulate views and favorites or whatever, and I guess that works out.
It would be nice to see the added number, to have that just like you have a subscriber count. It'd be
Yes.
good to see a count of added.
Yes.
So you have something to measure, like, oh, things are going well. I've got a lot more people adding. Like, we don't know if you do a couple live streams, if no one's adding you. That might be an indicator. You might say, man, maybe I need to change something. Or if they're just flooding and the ads are going up, that would be nice because you're like, this is going really well. I'm going to do more of this. But there's really no... And again, that could be more stuff that's coming later. It could be that analytics may break something out, you know, along those lines, but
I
connected to
imagine
their,
they
like a live stream tab in the analytics that's about specifically, you know, drawn to YouTube gaming and stuff. I don't know.
Well, Google has been notorious with tiering out their analytics, where their top upper crest tend to get analytics and certain features just a little bit before the rest of us. So there may be something in the works that we aren't privy to yet.
Yeah.
I noticed changes like the day after they released it too. A great example, and I was telling Weem about this because I was so like blown away. I did that first stream, peaked about 22 viewers, concurrent, and when I published it to YouTube, when it was finished processing and went to YouTube, it started out with like 186 views right off the bat. And I assumed those were people who were coming in, watching for a little bit, and leaving. And that happened 186 times, or whatever the number was. And it had, like, tons of likes. And now the video has over 600 views and has almost the same amount of comments, 600-something comments, and tons of likes. And the same thing happened to Weem, I think, right?
No, it didn't. I noticed right
okay.
away. I was like, oh, it didn't carry through. Because I think I did mine like the next day. They must have updated it right away. I know
That's
what you're
right.
talking about.
So this was like something that just affected me for that short time. But yeah, I remember we were talking about like the graphs had to like zoom way out
Yeah.
because everything was normal, then spike. Like, oh, look at all the views and comments you got. You're awesome now.
So the views and comments from your live stream carry over to your YouTube video when it
did.
uploads?
That
They
was a
did?
relic of their old live broadcast, though. That's how
Yeah.
it
So
worked.
Is it going to be that way,
No.
or you think they're going to change
They
that?
changed
No, they
it already.
changed it.
Oh,
But
they
that's
did?
how it used to work with their live broadcasts on just the YouTube. Like anybody
okay,
who came
gotcha.
in to look at the live stream was automatically now a view on that video.
Yeah,
So you
and you know
became
what?
PewDiePie during a live stream, but then after that, you're nothing.
That's one of the things. You're right, Dan. Like mine did have the comments came through. I'm remembering now. Yeah, mine. Basically, what happened is every time somebody was in chat and said something, the video counted that as a comment. So yeah,
Oh,
when the
jeez,
video was
yeah.
done, it said, "Oh, your video has like 600 comments or whatever." I was like, "Holy crap!" So yeah, it would zoom it out, and it was like I was looking at the last 30 days like comments, and it had to zoom way out. So it's
Oh
this
my
kind of
gosh.
low flatish line, and then this
Oh
huge
no.
spike, and it's
A
like
lot
those
of
aren't
LOLs
comments.
and a lot of
Yes,
LOLs.
yeah,
They
but right
need
after the next video I did the next day, it did not
they need
carry
to do
through like
something
that.
with that. I would like them to see if you're watching like the playback, they kind of record the chat and you can't interact or anything with it if you're watching the playback, but you can like see it in real time as the video goes.
That
Yeah.
would be cool, and you could do that as a streamer, but I also think it would be a little bit confusing for someone who doesn't know if they're watching it live or not. But since YouTube Gaming tries to put everything live and recorded content in one thing, they might be a little bit confused if they're like, here's a chat, but I can't type in it. Why am I
Well, no,
blocked?
you do something visually to like denote that this is a playback
Yeah.
of the chat, you know, in real time with the video, like because that would also make it
Give them the
it
option,
would bridge
maybe.
the gap between like the video producers
That
who have like all the fancy bells and whistles and the people who just are like I have a camera and that's it. And you know, because sometimes they'll talk to their chat and it's like, oh, I don't know what's going on in their chat, but he's responding to it and he didn't say what they said, so I don't know what's going on.
that would be kind of cool, you know, like they over the text field where you would enter chat, it would just be a red text saying, "This was a this was from a
Pre-recorded.
pre-recorded. There's a pre-recorded live stream chat session for this video, or whatever."
Yeah.
That would be kind of neat.
If people had the option to turn that on as they started the video, it's like,
Oh,
turn, turn on chat so you can see.
What was said during the video.
I wonder what kind of resources that would take to build.
Not much. You would just need like a timer and a big text dump file that it just pulls from on the timer.
Huh.
You should get on that, Jimmy.
Yeah. That's your baby now.
Google?
That's your project.
I mean,
We'll get you the API.
Google is though. It would be a lot of little dings, so it would take up a lot of bandwidth though. But like actual data size, it would be pretty small.
Yeah,
Compared to the videos, yeah.
I try to think about that while I'm streaming. I try to remember that I am recording. So if I do have that in my head, I'll try to read the chat message or at least make it whatever I say. It's clearly me responding to a chat message. But it's easy to get lost in it too, and just forget.
True.
So, but I've been finding that people have been going back and watching. Like I just wrapped up my Sims 4 live streaming series. It went
So
like
tragic.
it went like 7 streams, and each of them were over an hour at least, sometimes 2 to 3 hours. So, and people actually went back and watched those, which surprised me greatly.
I spent 2 hours playing The Sims 3 today to create a family because I downloaded the game. I'm like, oh, I want to play now. So I downloaded the game. Took forever because I had to reinstall Origin. That's great. And so I make a family and pretty much move them into a house. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to go do other things now. But I did have fun making that family.
I reinstalled Torchlight 2. I want to get back into Torchlight 2.
You know
Yeah.
what? You aren't the only person who said that. Like, I have another circle of friends who are like, they just keep talking about Torchlight 2, and they're like, we all need to play Torchlight 2. We all need to play Torchlight 2. I'm like, what is this sudden interest in Torchlight 2?
I don't know.
Didn't they come up
It
with
just
like
kinda bit me.
an expansion or something recently?
What? No.
I-
No.
No?
Yes, did they? No.
There might have been
I don't
something
know.
with Torchlight 2 that released.
I need to know now. I need to
Well,
know
that's what
right
I'm
now.
gonna find out right now.
Ween, why didn't you say anything?
I don't think they have one, but they have the they have all the mods and stuff people do. There's some really good
There's
ones.
a lot of really great mods for it.
That's probably
I-
what I saw. Somebody announcing a mod that they came out with, and I could have sworn there was like a something that they added, or No, I guess
It must
not.
be mods. Yeah, and I did see the Steam Workshop in my library, like under it. There's one called like the Core Mod Pack, and it lists all the different mods that this particular pack adds. I don't know if I want to mod Torchlight. I had so much fun playing Torchlight in its like just base game form, and it provided so much content and joy for me. We beat
Some
the
of
game,
those
and then there was
mods-
like all these missions you could do afterwards.
No. Some of those
Oh, it was
mods are just
awesome,
new
yeah.
classes or just new types of pads. Though.
We completed it together, Dan. Remember? It was
Yeah.
me, you,
And Frodo.
Frodo. Yeah,
So
that was
It
awesome.
doesn't really alter the experience too much.
I mean, it's just once you played one of those dungeons, and then you start going through the list of dungeons at the end, you've kind of played them all. I mean, that's what I started to feel like after we did a couple of them. I'm like, well, I mean, the story's done, and we kind of, it's just another dungeon. So, the end. And then we stopped playing it. But it was one of those games, I haven't seen through a whole lot of my Steam library, but that's when I saw through. And now I want to go back to it. Like, I've only played it like 30 hours. I saw Weems played it like over 100 hours.
Wow.
It's a good game.
Hey guys, it's a good game. Leave me
I think
alone.
my game that I have like tons of
I got
time on
20.
is Dungeon Defenders 2. No, just Dungeon Defenders. Not the second one.
Aren't they making a new one of those?
They are the second one, but like there's features about it that are making me waffle about it.
I've played it. I haven't played it in a while, and they keep updating it quite a bit, so I'm sure it's even better. But it was interesting. I loved the first one. Played it all the time. In fact,
Oh, I
when
know.
we were working on Epic Inventor, that was our reward. We would work for like 16 hours straight, and we're like, okay, we get to take a break and play Dungeon Defenders, and then
Oh,
we
nice.
play that for a bit, and then it's like, okay, back to work, and then yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What was your favorite class?
16 hours,
Uh,
Dungeon Defenders, back to work. Did you sleep at any point?
No, not during Epic Inventor days. No, I like the monk a lot.
Okay. Yeah, those auras are clutch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dungeon Defenders 2 looks real pretty.
It is. It's really pretty. I
So-
imagine it runs a lot smoother because the original Dungeon Defenders was pretty glitchy and liked to crash.
I thought you just said Dungeon Avengers.
Avengers!
Wow, I played 4 hours of this game and don't even remember anything about it.
Which one?
Dungeon
Defenders?
Defenders.
What?
Oh.
How did you not get addicted to it?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, we need to get you
I've
addicted
got-
to that crack.
I've got all the expansions and everything. I got the advanced
and you
technology
only
pack,
dropped
elite gear
4
pack.
hours? Oh, that's a crime against humanity.
I have 3 hours in it.
I have
don't know.
110.
Oh my gosh, let me go look. It's probably disgusting.
Everyone's like,
I think it's 300 and something.
jeez.
Holy crap! You should see all the stuff I've got.
I have to update Steam apparently to look.
Dungeon Defenders. There's a Karathiki. There's a bunch of Quest 4 stuff. I can't read it because I can't expand that window.
So you know what I
within,
finally started messing with?
What?
Steam trading cards.
No,
Yeah.
it's such an awful
Yeah,
like,
he's
pyramid
he's-
scheme.
he stole a bunch from me.
Okay, here we go. 306 hours
Wow.
on
Nice.
Dungeon Defenders. So
You've played it more than all of us combined.
I haven't even like fully completed that game though,
I think more than all of us combined, double that.
if not more.
Jeez.
I like that game.
It's good.
Yeah, I started doing. I was going through my Steam trading cards, and then I started turning a bunch of them into gems, and then I got a couple booster packs. I'm like, okay, cool. So I opened the booster packs, and I think I completed 1, maybe 2 badges, and now I'm starting to see like, okay, so my level went up to 10. That's neat. How about my badges, though? And I can't seem to complete any more sets. And because I was an idiot and got rid of all my duplicates by turning them into gems, I can't trade with anybody without basically sacrificing a whole nother badge.
Well, that's where they get you. That's
Yeah.
where they want you to buy cards from.
So I
the
can see
marketplace.
why people would do that. Like, I can see the trap now.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's got to be a different way to get gems in this, and there's not. Like, you randomly get booster packs, you randomly get drops.
I have only ever gotten one random booster pack.
I had a few. just sitting there.
Oh, well, you're so lucky. They say
I
log in
guess.
once a week and you'll get one. No, you don't.
No, I had a few, but I just hadn't touched the cards at all. All I did was talk crap about how stupid they were. And I mean, I think they're kind of cool. I like that you collect them and then they combine into a badge. I think that's kind of neat.
I like that, but it's kind of gimmicky in that you can't really collect them all through insane amount of game time or just getting achievements or something.
Yeah. You would think that with your Steam library, as big as it is, you would have more cards after playing those games. And I don't know, I was a little bit disappointed to find the amount of cards I had, even before I turned them all into gems and stuff.
I wish I had to play the
And-
game like 5 hours to get a Steam card and then another 5 hours to get another randomly generated, could be the same one, and just,
Yeah. Well, and then
worked like
I
that.
got all these gems. I got hundreds of gems. And the amount it costs for a booster pack, I barely covered like one booster pack with those hundreds of gems. And so you get a booster pack for a certain game, and then sometimes the booster pack can be so poorly set up to where you'll get like 2 of the same card in one 3-card booster pack. So you
Ouch.
wasted all this time and all these gems, these precious gems, to get maybe doubles in one stupid pack. Like, really? Like,
Wow.
I spent way more than I got out of that frickin' booster pack. So that was a little bit... It irked me. I'll just say
Yeah,
that.
it should.
It did. And I was looking through and seeing, okay, so what does it take to get these cards? And the way it works, and I'm sure this is like super old news now, but I was just learning about it. The way it works is drops. And essentially, if a card, say it has 8, if a game has 8 cards in it, you'll get about half of that. Sometimes it's either half or one less than what the game has in cards. So for example, 3089, I'll get 3 cards out of 8. Not 4, 3. Like, 3? What the hell?
I know.
And all of those could be the same card too.
Yeah. The foil cards pissed me off. I had 2 foil Binding of Isaac cards. And I'm like, this is awesome. So I traded the cards of those that were not foil. Come to find out, when you start collecting foil cards, you started a whole new badge. They didn't basically take your... Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can't roll those into a normal badge.
The way I looked at it is, if I had a holographic Charizard in my hand, and I had a regular Charizard, I would keep the holographic one because the regular one was utter crap. So that was the mindset I went into it, trading away those non-foil versions of these cards.
But they're
and now I'm
separate.
supposed to, they're separate. I'm supposed to collect the super rare foil ones and the original ones.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
They got you.
And here I am still, no, I didn't spend a dime, all right? But here I am still trying to trade people and just see if I can get some of these badges completed. Because now I have all these incomplete badges, and it's pissing me off.
I just stopped looking because it was just like, I need to not care, because that's where they get you, because they're going to be like, oh, look at all this stuff you didn't complete, and look at how many arbitrary internet points you can get if you do. If you
Theoretical
just
dollars.
Stop looking at it. It doesn't matter anymore.
That South Park episode that made fun of YouTubers as YouTubers were starting to become known, they were making money.
The internet money.
Yeah, theoretical dollars. They made like a viral video and they got like X amount of theoretical dollars, and everyone was like
But-
waiting there to collect their theoretical dollars.
That was before you really did get money though.
It was right on the cusp of that transition where people
Yeah.
were starting to make money, and it was kind of becoming a thing. And they put out that episode.
It was a very select few channels that were getting sponsored, that were getting money, but everybody else was just doing it for fun.
And it's it's funny that people back in the day, they always said, "Oh, I'm just doing this for fun." Everybody's all doing it for fun, but yet, actually, they're doing it for money.
Well, I mean, you can do something for fun and still profit from it. And the quality of video will show you if they're just doing it for money or if they're doing it for fun and they want to recompensate some of the cost to produce said video.
Yeah.
Well, I want to end the stream. We're getting close to the end here. I want to end it with a rant. And
Oh,
this is
no.
why I shouldn't look at Steam while we're doing the podcast.
It was such a
Uh-oh.
great high note for this comeback podcast. Or you were such a positive person today.
Look, I love ranting. Okay,
I
I'm
know,
never in
we
a better
know-
mood
we
unless I'm
know
ranting.
you love ranting.
So this is for me. This is super positive.
Oh,
So these stupid assholes have this game.
that's positive.
It's on the front page of my Steam. Like I care about this game. It's called Kitchen Simulator 2015.
What?
And if you
What?
look at it, it's garbage. This is the worst thing I've ever seen, and it's $20. And it has 3 reviews labeled as mixed. And I scrolled down, and one of the reviews is the first one is negative. 24 people, 88% found this review positive. It says, "Here's my review. Do not buy this game. $20 scam." The review directly
watching the
below
video.
that, the review directly below that is, "I helped make this game. Recommended."
They're frying an apple in a pan, and it's all on like smoking fire. Or maybe that's a piece of onion. I can't tell. It looks like an apple though. And why are they pouring vinegar on it? I don't. Worst chef ever.
You know what I do? It's funny because I do like the way the game kind of the mechanics work. So what we're looking at is a 3-dimensional like first-person kind of view. Terrible graphics, and the artwork is, I can see what they were trying to do. Still terrible. But people come up to the counter and they order something. So you have to go and you take your tool and you have to go make it on the stove. So you literally have to carefully take the spatula under a burger and put it on the stove and then flip it. And it's kind of like Surgeon Simulator, but walking around a kitchen, if you can imagine that.
Why is this kitchen like? It's like all moldy. It's scaring me.
For whatever reason, there's fireflies flying around all over the place. Yeah, you're seeing all the starry.
Oh, that's from the lights.
It's such a weird
But if you
thing.
watch the video, he'll go into like the pantry in the back, and then it's all like moldy and gross.
Humor like that is fine, but like it's hard to tell what anything is because the artwork is so bad.
It kind of
I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just really stylized in an unpleasant way.
Well, yeah. Well, look, I mean, why is this on the front page? Why is this a game that Steam thinks I should absolutely get? They didn't. That was basically the rant. Is why is it that this is so unfiltered, Steam?
That was just new on Steam for me. Like, it was not recommended for me.
Oh, well,
I just want to
it's
say,
still featured.
Steam thinks you need to get in the kitchen and not me.
Here's the thing, real quick. Okay, there was a game called Forsaken Uprising. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's on Steam.
Yeah, I've seen. That's recommended. By the
All
way.
right, I tell you why. Because everybody buys this game so that they could put it on YouTube and make fun of it. I swear to God, there are so many people who make videos of this game. It's not even funny, and they just do nothing but make fun of it. And so it's gotten so many people downloading this game at like what, $2.99, that they're going to be put up there. You know what I mean? So it's probably what happened with this kitchen simulator is that people are downloading it and just
railing it on YouTube.
Railing it on YouTube, and it's just causing it to get up there in the ranks.
Have you seen
That's
Shower
funny,
with Your
though.
Dad Simulator 2015?
Oh.
What?
Yep.
Shower with your dad.
I think it just released, right?
Yeah, it's $1.
99 cents.
You are a little baby, and you select which dad is yours, I guess, and you have to run and like pick which dad is yours. It just keeps regenerating the level over and over, so you have to
Why
pick the right
is there
one.
a little black bar? Oh my God, this is so not right. Wrong dad.
Wrong.
Oh, that's bad.
This is.
Yeah. Shower with Your Dad Simulator. And that game is doing better than Kitchen Simulator. What kind of world do we live in?
I have to confirm my birth date to go here.
I love how there's dad streak. Do you know how many apples grow on trees, son? No. How many? All of them. What is this?
Well, I think it's about time we wrap up. For those of you wondering what you just listened to, that is basically what you can expect from the new Everything Noob podcast. A lot more personable. We're going to be leaving a lot less time for the news. We are not journalists. We never go out and seek stories to actually write. We take stories we find, we read about them a little bit, and we discuss our opinions on them generally. But lately, we've been thinking that it would be a lot more fun to just talk about what we're doing and be a little more personable. So that is, in a nutshell, the podcast as it stands. And I think it was fun. I had fun. Do you guys have fun?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We barely talked.
Yeah, I listened. I told you I was just going to listen. Innocent little bystander, fly on the wall, chime in every once in a while.
Well, thank you for joining us nonetheless.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime you want to be a fly on the wall, you let us know. You can expect to see more of Weem in the upcoming First Street and perhaps upcoming podcasts as well. You can see us every week at our regular time. We're not live streaming the show anymore, but check us out on everythingnoob.com for show notes and all that stuff. And I mean, this is really why we have an outro. I'm just going to play that.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of the Everything Noob podcast. Hit up everythingnoob.com for our show notes, blogs, YouTube and Twitch channels, previous episodes, and even a t-shirt store. Please game responsibly, and we'll see you next week.